Okay, this is going to be a real quick video just to give you guys some ideas, a little bit of a tip on how you can start with one shot, and if you like it, great, but you should still try some more stuff and see what the best you can get. Here's a scene that I came across at a mall. The entrance to the mall had these soldiers, and I said to myself, okay, let's see what we can do with that. So I just stepped up to the first soldier that I thought, and here's the one. It's basically that soldier right there is this guy here on the right. It's the first one, and I figured I'd go right up to him, get him in focus, and purposely I angled it in a way where you can see the rest of the soldiers going down the line. And that's a pretty good shot. I mean, the truth is I could have just been done right there. If I was doing a shot for the mall, you know, that's a money shot. I'm done. But the idea here is to test it out and see maybe we can do something better. So the next position I decided to do is I decided to swing around and point the camera completely in the other direction. I went now to this soldier, the first soldier, and now instead of my camera facing outside the mall, it's now going to be facing inside the mall. And I just wanted to see. I'm just playing around. Let's see what happens in that background. So now here we are on this other one. And straight away I already like this way better. First of all, the soldier is lit better. The background has so much more light and things going out of focus right here in the top right. It's all that's just beautiful stuff. So again, I could be done there, but I said to myself, you know what? This soldier here on the front, I don't see his eyes, I don't see his face, and he's kind of in the dark. Maybe we can do better than that. But I don't know. I'm not that much of a pro. I can't look easily at all the soldiers and know exactly who's lit best and who's not. So I'm going to just grab my camera and go to another shot. So going back to our reference, our wide shot, now the next shot is that I decided to go to this first soldier, and let's see what that gives me. And here we are. We step up to him, and actually I like this better than the first shot, but not better than the second shot. I like the way the soldiers are lined up. They seem to be lined up much better. But again, that first soldier, the one that the focus is on, he seems too dark for me. He's, you know, look, everything depends on your story. If the mood is that you want to be mysterious and you don't know who this soldier is, then maybe that would be good. But for my thoughts, you know, I want to see that soldier. What I noticed is that maybe a cool shot would be looking through the left soldiers, and so looking through these guys on the left and focusing on the ones on the right. And maybe that would be an interesting take. So that's what this gave me. Now, I don't know if this would be the only shot I would go for, but it's definitely an interesting look, and it could be something that you could use in your edit. This is something that I didn't even think about when I was first looking for a shot. So this just goes to show you, as you move around, you start to see interesting things that you didn't even think of. So the next thing that was on my mind after these first few shots, the main thing that was bothering me is that the soldiers weren't lit enough, and the background, I don't know, there was some interesting areas and some not. And it hit me that if I was pointing more upwards with the camera, a few things might happen. So let's look what happens. This first soldier, what I decided to do is I went back to the other side. I went back to this right side to the front soldier, and I went a little bit lower, pointing the camera up, because I noticed that up high there's all kinds of lights and stuff. So I wanted to see what that was going to give me. So here's that first front soldier that's on the right, and I'm looking up, and all of a sudden look at all these wonderful shapes and bokeh going on back. I mean, this is great. This for me right now is the winner, hands down. But I'm still not satisfied with that soldier being in the dark. So let's go back to our first wide shot that shows us where we were. I went to the other side, to the left side, and to that front soldier, so that again I could look up on him and see what kind of background I get there. And bingo, there it is. That's the money shot for me and for my taste. There he is. I see his eyes, I see his face, and I'm still getting all this unbelievable bokeh in the background and these nice shapes. And an added benefit, if this is something that you're going for, is that I'm looking a little bit down, so he looks very strong. This soldier looks very strong. Let's look at the difference between this shot and the first shot that I started with. The first shot that I started with, I mean, truthfully, if I didn't continue, I would have thought that was great. But as I kept looking for more and more angles, I ended up with this. And to my taste, that's beautiful. Now, don't forget that your taste might be different, and you might go with that first shot, and that's absolutely okay. But that's all personal. But you should definitely be looking around for the best shot and for what tells your story the best. This could be that in the end of the day, might not tell my story the best. Maybe I do want a darker shot, but I knew I wanted something with light on the face that would pull the viewer into this soldier and into his eyes, and then the rest is just for beauty, all that background. So take the lesson here, which is basically look around for your shots. Experiment. You never know what you're going to get, which angle is going to get you the best shot, which one's going to have just the right light. Don't just accept your first shot, and you'll probably see a vast improvement just by that one thing alone.